What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you all that I have done to my GTI currently. I know I haven't really posted a video in a while, but I felt since I'm doing this business and everything, I can show you everything that I have done so that you guys know and what I'm going to be offering and what I do currently offer now. So you can check out the website acmtechnic.com and go and get your retrofit kits for everything that I have. Well, most of the stuff that I have right now. I haven't put everything out there yet as far as kits for things and whatnot, so that way you can actually see it in person and decide if you would actually like to get this or something at some point in time. All right, so the first thing I have done, you're going to notice, is the power folding mirrors, and it also has the sequential turn signals. So that's a quick little thing, nice touch, but I did the OEM IQ taillights, and I have the GTI racing badge, whatever. But I did the park assist install. This is a SE model, so it doesn't come with that. The main reason why I did that was because I actually have updated camera software so that my car has automatic lane change with travel assist. So that's one thing. And then in the hatch, I actually have a full audio system, and everything, it's fully active, super nice. I have a audio controlled DSP controlling the tweeter amp that's in the back middle over there, and then I have this single channel amp for the sub, and then a 4-channel amp for the mids. Everything's cleanly laid out. I know the board's not that clean, but I have a fuse panel here that has a ground distribution, positive or full constant power, and ignition power that's all running off this relay. Everything is fused, 0 gauge running to here, 4 gauge running for all the other components. Yeah, everything's all tuned, sounds super nice. I have the Infinity Kappa Perfect 600 set of speakers, both front and rear. I actually, since my car was an SE with the Harman Kardon delete, I ended up adding a tweeter in there and there, so everything is fully time aligned and everything. All right, so I have the European taillights here. These are the OEMs, so they're nice and they match and everything, and they're nice and clean. I have it coated like European, so when I open the thing here, it shuts off the inners. When I close it, it turns the inners on. With my wiring harness that I offer for these, the dynamic turn signal actually will change speeds based on what like the condition of the vehicle. So if the vehicle is just sitting and you're locking or unlocking the car, it'll be more of a quick flash. When you're driving down the road, it's a slower flash. When you're using the hazards, it's a little bit more of a slower flash. At night, I believe it's a little bit more of a slower flash, or yeah, slower flash or brighter or something, but I know it does change that. As far as suspension wise, I have the I have H&R springs with Bilstein B8 shocks and struts and an H&R 26mm rear sway bar. I have the Mallory's from the GLIon, and as far as the front goes, I have the fog lights coated to where they're always on, and with high beams and everything. I have the LED front light bar always on for the most part, and then I have the Matrix LED animation, startup animation turned on. Currently, I cannot do the Matrix because of the swap code that's not in the SE models. You can get it in the gateway modules, but really that's about it. Yeah. So next, let's move on to the interior. So Don't mind my dirty floor mat, but I got the center console from the 2023 model year. Yes, it's a little dirty and I got to clean it, winter time. And I ended up doing the phone door cover here, as well as I did an aftermarket wireless charger, because the factory one isn't that great, but the aftermarket one is QC USB going to a power inverter that plugs into the 12 volt here. But yeah, so another cool thing that I'm not sure if you noticed or not, but I actually have the extra light that I retrofit into here. And since I retrofit the extra light, I ended up coating everything in and making it work as it should. Everything's okay. So yeah, so now the light's here, shines down to here, which normally that would block the light going under here, but there's an LED module that I retrofit in, and I wired it into the factory plugs that are underneath this, and I ended up coating it in so that it knows and it can control that light as well as if it's factory. So when I change the light color, it changes that as well. So there's that. All right, so next we'll move on to some of the coating things that I've done. If we go into vehicle, my taillights I actually have wired up as if it's from Europe. So basically I get all the European functionality of everything. So if I go into exterior lights, I have this mode here for animation, and I get the switch on when approaching, which that you can do anytime, but without the harness. But it just, everything seems to work better with it. And since the animation menu is here, you actually have to program each light individually as an ambient exterior light. So now that it's an ambient exterior light, it actually will control each light individually. Well, without my harness and without the proper data sets and parameterization, you can't actually control the tail lights to do the animation at all, which the animation is just a fade on and fade off, but it's kind of a nice touch. Next, under headlights, nothing special here, other than I added the daytime running light switch here, but you can do that with OBD11. And then mirrors, this is the menu for the power fold, so I can turn all this stuff on and off. Tires, so I actually retrofit the direct TPMS into here, so I can change between my settings, and I can have actual readouts if I go to status, tire pressure, and I have real readouts here. And I can also change the pressure settings. So for comfort, default, and full load, I have different settings, so that the lower number is a different setting. Let's see what else. Moving on, nothing special on brakes. Windows, I have the convenience windows feature, central locking. I have all of these active, so lock vehicle when leaving, which actually it barely works, if ever. I would highly not recommend it, but response distance for the key, far, medium, close, all of that actually works fairly well. Unlock doors, all doors lock automatically, and confirmation tone. Lock automatically is when you start to drive, it will automatically lock the doors for you. So there's that. And then moving on to here, oops, I didn't mean to put them in service position, but all right. Wipers, there's not a whole lot. Wipers in service position, rear window and reverse gear. All right, moving on. So if we go to assist menu, if you notice, I got a bunch of extra things here. So the weariness recognition, which doesn't work because it's actually a swap code, but you can turn the icon on, which, I don't know, I guess kind of cool. And then in here, in the assist systems menu, I have this menu here, which you can actually code in with OBD11. And when you click on it, it'll allow you to change the steering resistance. Steering resistance is how much you have to actually tap the wheel when it pops up with the message on the display to say, put your hand on the wheel. So when you have this on, it literally you can just tap it and the message will go away. Auto lane changing, that is part of the updated camera software that I have. The updated camera software is actually beta software that is not available to public or anyone right now. I don't know if it ever will be, but in order to actually use it, you have to have the parking assistance. So you need to have the parallel parking assistance. I'm currently waiting on the proper rear sensors to come in. And once those come in, then I can actually put the correct module in for it. But when you do have it, I'll be able to actually press that and do something with it. If you go into here, I have maneuver braking, rear traffic alert, all that's normal, but the exit warning system. So exit warning system is when you go to open your car door, and if there's a car or person or bike or something coming by and you open it, and you open the door, your blind spot monitoring will start blinking at you, and it will start beeping at you as well. It'll beep through the speakers. It's kind of loud, just to alert you that somebody's coming and to close your door, and so they don't hit it. Also, I have the the Euro switch, and this Euro switch actually has the front windshield heater. But since these cars don't have the front windshield heater, can't use it. It has the rear fog here, so when you do it, it says rear fog's on, rear fog's off, and it does actually work. I posted a couple pictures online on Facebook on it working. All right, moving on to the dashboard. In the normal menu here where it shows your speed, I actually coded in the acceleration meters, so you can do your 0 to 60, 50 to 75, or quarter mile time testing. That doesn't actually come on the GTIs normally. The Rs it does, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I don't have an R, so I don't know. But yeah, so I coded that in, and then I ended up coding in all the extra views for the dash, like the R menu, the steering one, blank. This one, I know everybody wants me to figure out how to get the dials on there. Well, unfortunately, it's actually an updated software, and if I'm not mistaken, it might be different hardware too. I gotta double check the part numbers again, but I at least know it's updated software for the dashboard, which currently can't be updated through USB or anything. It would have to be flashed with Otis or some other tool. But yeah, so there's that, and then travel assist stuff, and back to this menu. I coded my unit to have the WeConnect apps, but they don't actually work because we're not in the right area. I think I might need to do a VPN or something, somehow get a VPN on here to think we're there, but I don't know. So that's that. Sound menu, assist systems, legal info. I am currently on system information. I'm currently on the 1896 newest software. Well, newest software for the US or Canadian markets. I actually have that update myself, so I can update your vehicles if you are here. I cannot update them any other way, and the only way you can get them updated is through me directly or through the dealership. So yeah, I believe that is just about everything, other than I have this whole car fully sound deadened. Besides the roof, I haven't been able to pull the headliner down to do that yet. Currently, this car is Unitronic tuned. It has an APR, the APR cold air intake from the Mark 8. And believe as far as performance mods, that's really about it. All right, so one big thing here that I almost forgot to mention is that I have the auto hold in here, and the auto hold is actually retrofit as well. It works too. So if I start the car, and I press auto hold on here, if I put the car in drive and turn off the parking brake and then press the brake, you'll notice it actually says auto hold on the dash. And when I press down on the brake and deactivate it, it'll pop up saying auto hold is deactivated. With it working, I'm off the brake and everything, and it's holding. So that's how that's working. Yeah, so I'll probably end up doing a kit for this at some point. It's kind of a pain to wire, and you can possibly break your ABS plug in the process if you're not careful. So yeah, I'll probably end up making a kit for it, and with instructions and everything. But yeah, so that's about everything on the interior. Oh, another thing performance-wise, I guess you could call it performance-wise, is I have the Black Forest Industries Stage 1 full motor mount kit, so front, both sides, and the rear motor mount bushing as well. Yeah, so I really think that's it about as far as performance stuff goes now. Alright guys, so that is my GTI, all the mods I have done, all the retrofits I have done, and all this. You can find a lot of these retrofits on my website, acmtechnic.com. I'll put a link in the description below. If you would like to get a discount on detailing supplies, please check out the link below. Detailed image, 10% off on me, as well as on top of whatever discounts they already have. So that's that. And if you notice over there, I also have a GLI Mark IV. It's on bags and a whole bunch of other stuff, but that's my project car, and that's for another time. So yep, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to subscribe for more mediocre content such as this, please do, and take care.